Hello there, dear friends, and welcome once again to the Relaxed Fantasy Review. On this channel, we spend our time looking at fantasy of all sorts, from books to movies to video games, and applying the characters within into the tabletop game Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Today, though, we're going to be looking at a core mechanic of D&D itself. Specifically, we're going to be looking at the race known as the Minotaur. Minotaurs were printed both in the Ravnica book as well as the Mythical Odyssey of Theros. They're a pretty interesting race. Minotaurs are commonly seen in Greek mythology, the bull people. But how do they operate mechanically? Let's have a look-see. First of all, they get their standard ability score increases +2 to Strength and +1 to Constitution. Strength is one that kind of shoehorns you into being a melee combatant, but there's nothing wrong with that. And a +1 to Constitution is no complaints for anyone. 8 out of 10 and 7 out of 10, respectively. Then, there's their size. They're medium-sized, so they're as big as you can be as a player race. 10 out of 10. Their speed is 30, pretty standard. 9 out of 10 for their speed. They also have their horns. They can attack with their unarmed strike using their horns, which does 1d6 plus your strength modifier, which is great. Unarmed strikes are as powerful as many weapons, and that's pretty damn good. I give this a 9 out of 10. They also have the Goring Rush power. Now, this requires them to dash. You have to dash and move 20 feet. But once you do so, you can bonus attack with your horns, or bonus action attack with your horns. This is okay. If you're one of those classes that bonus action dashes, be careful because you can't bonus action dash and then bonus action attack. You have to use your action to dash here. So you're not necessarily using the best action you could, but if you were just going to use your action to attack with your horns, why not get some extra movement out of it? I give this 8 out of 10. Pretty handy for just rushing in. If you need to dash, you can still attack. You also have the Hammering Horns ability. If you use your main action to attack, you can use your horns to shove someone, not attack them, as a bonus action as well. Lots of bonus action options for the Minotaur here. But there's nothing wrong with more options. I actually would prefer to shove with my bonus action. It's almost like having the Shield Master feats, except you just have horns to do it. That would be 9 out of 10 for me. Then there's the interesting feature, Labyrinth Recall. Labyrinth Recall. You always know what direction is north, and you have advantage on survival checks to navigate or track something. This is a very niche skill. This pretty much has to do with exploration and tracking only. But nothing wrong with having advantage on a skill check. Always knowing north is a feature that you actually get from a feat. I would say that although this is niche, I still give it a 7 out of 10. It's okay. And then there's their languages. They speak Common and they speak Minotaur, their own language. 9 out of 10, because being dual lingual is good. Overall, the Minotaur gets an 8 out of 10. They've got some niche abilities, and they do have a bit of a cluster for their bonus action, but they've got some cool unarmed strikes. They're built to be fighters or barbarians, with their strength and con just being absolutely built up there. I think the Minotaur is a cool one, and it would be really interesting to role play as a bull person. Think about what kind of role playing you do with a Minotaur, and whether or not you would feed into that stereotypical savage thing, or whether you'd be more of a thoughtful one. Who knows? Minotaur can be anything, so your imagination goes wild. But mechanically, 8 out of 10. This has been the Relaxed Fantasy Review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below, and keep your eyes peeled for more race reviews coming down the line soon. Have a good one, my friends.